You can change your entire life by simply solving the 3 biggest problems you have right now. But first, you have to find out what the 3 biggest problems are right now in your life. To do this, open a Word document, then answer the following 5 questions. First, what are the biggest activities that you waste time on right now? Second, what would your optimal average day look like? So this is not like for an athlete, for example. This is not the highlight day where they like win the Olympic Games. This is the day they spend working out the entire day and then repeating the day over and over again. So your optimal average day has to be a day that is basically infinitely repeatable. Then third, ask yourself what your current average day looks like. Question number 4. What are the biggest differences between your optimal average day and your current average day? Question number 5. What are the root causes for the big divergences? I don't know if that's even a word. For the big differences between your optimal average day and your current average day. When I asked myself these questions, I ended up with the following 3 areas of my life or the following 3 problems or areas of my life that I want to focus on right now. The first one is health. The second one is social skills. And the third one is finances. And here's basically how I got to these conclusions. First, health. When I asked myself what my current day looks like, I realized that I spend about 3 hours each day doing, at least when I wake up early, so some days. So it's like the days I'm disciplined. I spend around 3 hours per day doing some kind of exercises in order to fix the different, let's say, pain points I have in my body. And that's definitely way more time than I want to spend on those things. And obviously it's also because it's like 3 high quality hours that I could otherwise spend focused on something else, because it's not like 3 hours where I would otherwise just relax, but it's 3 hours where I could actually work productively. And so fixing my health is definitely one of the big problems I have right now. Second, my social skills. This is an answer I thought answering the first questions about activities that kind of take a lot of time, that also waste my time. And I think like I spend a lot of time with people, around people, and I don't really enjoy that time. And I think the main reason for that is my social skills. So the idea here is that if I can improve my social skills, I can improve how much I enjoy the time I spend around other people, and I think that's a very good thing. And then third, and that's arguably the biggest one, is finances. Because also 2 big areas or 2 big activities that I essentially waste a lot of time on in the big scheme of things was going to school and going to work. And at the end of the day, when you think about it, you go to school so you can get a job, and then you go to work at that job in order to make money. And so like the root cause for both these activities essentially is a lack of money. Because if I had money, I would have not needed to go to school so long, and I also would not need to go to work, and I could do other things with my time. And so finances is the third big problem I want to solve in my life. And then how do you go about solving these problems? So this is a very high level analysis, but essentially you need 3 things. you need to take action, then you need to reflect on the actions you have taken, and then third, you need to be consistent with taking action and reflecting. And the biggest thing that's holding me back on this is definitely consistency. And so I kind of sat down and tried to identify the root causes of me being inconsistent. And the 3 things I identified so far, there's arguably more. 1, people, because oftentimes I say yes to things, to social things I don't really want to do, and then that time ends up taking away from the time I actually want to spend on, let's say, improving my skills, and then I miss a day or 2 if it's like a bigger social event, and then I become inconsistent. The second thing is time management, because what also happens quite a lot is that there's no social stuff I really have to do, or social stuff I committed to, but then I kind of do everything I wanted to do in a day, but I realized that like 2 or 3 things, and most of the time it's the 3 most important 2 or 3 things, I just didn't find the time for, because other things I did took too long, and then there was only like, I don't know, 30 minutes left, but I had planned to do, let's say, 90 minutes of work, and so I decided that, oh, I want to do 90 minutes, now it's only 30 minutes left. There's no use in starting anyway, and I do something else. So, bad time management, where I just don't find the time or have the time to consistently work on solving the problems, is the second problem, or the second root cause of inconsistency for me. And then the third root cause is discipline. Now this kind of also ties partly into time management, but it's just essentially when I do have the time to do the thing and I intend to sit down, but I just can't get myself to do the goddamn thing. And then that's a lack of discipline. Now, I haven't quite figured out how to solve these 3 root causes for inconsistency, but I check back in if I make progress on really removing those root causes, or when I finally completely remove them.